All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully they got that pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Hashem Shai. What I want to get into this morning, is that, we're beginning, to understand righteousness, you know, like it's making sense. You see, and the Lord put us in this captivity, all right, for us to learn, you know. He put us in this captivity for us to get it. You see, this captivity is now beginning to benefit us, all right, in the way we think towards righteousness, man. Okay? This captivity in this current wicked society, all right, has created appreciation for the righteous way of Yahweh Bashem Shai, you know? Because before then, all right, we had a curiosity in wickedness. We had, we was ruled, by the flesh, and we still battle in the flesh, but now, we understand the why, you know, and His Word and through the Holy Spirit is making us tame the flesh, making us tame worldly desires, man, and now we see the way, okay, and that's why Yahweh Shai is known as the light, because now we see the way. Matter of fact, let's get a few precepts. I think this is St. John 8 and 12. This is the book of St. John, chapter 8, verses 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Okay? So how do we follow Yahushua? Through this word. Now he's the light of the world. He's the light on how to be. You see? On how to exist. Now we have the light of life. Now we understand the basics of living. Okay, everybody in this society, so popular and so trending and knows everything and so wise in their own conceit and got it figured out and self-made and look at me, but they don't know the basics of living. We didn't know the basics of living before this truth, man. Now we understand the basics of life, and it's through righteousness, man. It's through order. And now we're getting these things, man, but we had to be chastised in this captivity to fully understand these things, man. Okay, we're gonna get that. Okay? Now, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 119. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 104. Oh, Salaki. It said, through thy precepts I get understanding, and therefore I hate every false way. Okay, you see that? So as we get more understanding through these precepts and we begin to look at the ways of this society and how much dysfunction, how much chaos, it has created, we begin to hate, okay, the false way. Because a lot of our people are caught up in the false way. Look at the mindset of a Christian. That's a false way. Look at the mindset of black culture, and the cultures within black culture, street culture, thought culture. That's a false way. The alphabet movement, that's a false way, okay? All those things are false ways that we begin to hate, more and more as we come into understanding of righteousness, man. Verse 5, it says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet. And what is a lamp? Okay, a light. And a light unto my path, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And the path goes into what? Your manner of life. Okay? So this word has lit up, illuminated in how to live and how to be. Things should make sense now. You should see, like I say, you should see why you should stone a lazy nigga, man. You should see why you should get rid of adultery. All right, so an adulterer and adulteress, man. You see why you should get rid of someone pushing false doctrine, man. Okay, you see, we should see why the Lord had arranged marriages, man. Especially arranged marriages, cause I used to think too, like, damn, that's messed up, man. The arranged marriages, man, they don't have the people getting married don't have a lot to say. So, man, damn, we were westernized thinking, damn, the woman just, we thought that was oppressive to a woman, but now we see, nah, a woman liberated to make her own choices is oppressive to herself. Okay? She puts herself in misery, man, through her decision making. Like now, we see why it was arranged marriages. Like now, these things are making more and more sense, man. You see, as time passing. Reading Psalms 119 and 105 again, it said, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Okay? So, like I said, now we've been illuminated in righteousness on how to live. Okay, let's go from there. Uh, and the Lord allowed it to get this bad, so the elect could get it. You see, the elect will cry out. We'll say the elect will cry and sigh for the abomination done in the midst thereof. Okay, let's do Deuteronomy 32 and 15 with Jeshurun, all right, which is Israel. Wax fat and kick. Thou art waxed fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Okay? So in our sovereignty, we got proud. Okay? And we became curious in wickedness, man. You know? We were seduced by the way of the heathen, which, was the way of the flesh. Because we had laws that made us civil, that made us noble, that gave us order, that produced life, that produced peace. You see? But we, was curious about the way of the heathen, and the Lord allowed us to go that way. Okay, when you go here, it said they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations, provoked they him to anger. They sanctified unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods they came newly up, whom your father feared not. Of the rock that begotten thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the power that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very fraud generation, where children in whom is no faith. Okay? And you read in the NLT, he said, I will, this is on Deuteronomy 32 and 20. He said, I will abandon them and see what becomes of them. And this is what we at. You know? When we was when the Lord allowed this devil to separate us from our power, okay, and gave us a false way, we see what it has produced, man. To now, like I say, we thirst for righteousness, man. We get it, okay? We fully get it. And these things should be making more and more sense, man, as the days go by and we look out to the earth and then we look into how it's supposed to be, it should make complete sense. This society, like the scriptures say, I'm gonna get it and finish this. He said, I will abandon them, then see what becomes of them, for they are a twisted generation, children without integrity, man. Okay? And that's what we were. And this is what we become. All right? And Esau has magnified it through his enchantments, man. Okay? Once you go here to 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, what does it say? It said, yeah, this 1 Corinthians 1 and 19, it says, where it said, for it's written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? Okay? So the so-called wisdom of this world, the so-called way to be, the so-called modern and progressive way of living, you know, because see, the Esau pushes as if he's got it figured out, that he has a better alternative lifestyle of living outside of the scriptures, man. But now, as we look into it, look how foolish this looks, man. Okay, two women, okay, telling you two studs together, telling you they don't need no man, but then they go artificially, inseminated, okay, by a man's sperm. Studs pregnant. You see? This man is trying to take the woman out of you, the ovaries out of a woman and put it into a man. How foolish is this society, man, when everything already functions in the proper way and it's convenient? See, one thing about wickedness, it's done got so far that it's extremely inconvenient to be wicked, man. Those men that are getting those surgeries, okay, trying to turn their male part to a woman part, just cringing even thinking about it, man. Okay, but look at the complications and the torment they're going through, man. That's foolish, man. That's super stupid. Okay, but Esau presents it as the better way, as the alternative way, as love. He presents you mutilating yourself as love. Okay, the woman being promiscuous and you know chasing Dante. You see, Dante should be a great example, man, of how foolish this is, man. Okay, you got an able-bodied man that's that's a high earner, willing to fully take care of you, but you would rather chase out the man that's incarcerated, faithful to prison niggas. Like that's a lot of Eve like that. Like that, they have this undying, loyalty to prison niggas, man. They don't make sense. You're concerned about their well-being inside of a prison, which their decision making got them there. Okay? Then your well-being in the free world, man. Super stupid. But that's the wisdom of this world becoming foolish. Okay? So let's go from there. Let's get on. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 15. It says, um, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Because true love comes from the scriptures, man. Because as a man, you love your daughter, you're going to put her with the best fit. Okay? You're going to put her with the best suitor, the best man. All right? There's going to be that serves the Lord. That's a provider. All right? And has a reputation, comes from a reputable family. Okay? Going back to the book of Tobit. Tobit's family and his cousin family, the father of Sarah, they was replicable men. There was two families that had good reputations, man, that joined together. Okay? Now these things should make sense. That's love. You see? A lazy nigga that won't do right, you put him to death, that's love for the nation, man, because now you prevent this nigga from becoming a burden on everyone else, man. You see? The law is rooted in love. No matter how harsh, all right, the consequence is rooted in love, man. Okay? we was taught off way, man. And that's why it even says, what's that in 1 John 5:3 said, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous, man. And these things are not grievous. That's one thing in church they used to always say, man, I'm so glad we not under the law. I'm so glad we free from the law. Okay? The law is not grievous, man. Okay? The law is pretty much based in love for the nation, man. Love for your fellow neighbor. True love, man. Okay? Let's go from there. Let's get that in Book of Psalm 119 again. It's the Book of Psalm chapter 119 and I think there's 71. Yep. This Psalms 119 and 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. Okay? So it was good for us to be afflicted and chastised in this captivity. And the Lord allow, this society just to be ran in pure wickedness, ran in pure opposition, of the scriptures, so we can fully get it, so we can see it. And that's why our Lord is letting us marinate in these situations, man, in these circumstances, man. Okay? Because we're operating in a very defiled state. This is extreme dysfunction, man, and disorder that we have to operate in, man. You know, and it's supposed to be vexing, man. It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to, sometimes you go through, slight depression, thinking about like, damn. You look at your circumstances, you like, damn. You know, and to the point that you just know, hey, we gotta get out of here, man. You see. Remember reading the NLT, Psalms 119 and 71. It said, my suffering was good for me, for it taught me to pay attention to your decrees. Okay? It taught me to pay attention to the decrees, man. The suffering was good for us, man. As men and women, like, we gone through things and decisions we made, and it's like, damn, how far off, we were, man. You see? Let's read verse 75. It says, I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness has afflicted me. Okay, let's read this in the NLT. Psalms 119 and 75. I know, O Lord, that your regulations are fair. You discipline me because I needed it. We was disciplined because we needed it. You see? We was put in these circumstances because we needed it. And it's working for our benefit now. Okay? Hey, we're developing a mindset. This is us putting off the mortal, which is in the flesh, and putting on immortal, which is based in the spirit, which is based in order, which is based in righteousness, man. You know what the scriptures say. Because the law was when you think about it, the law was created for immortality, man. That's why it's based on every decision pro-life. Let's get that. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 16 said, for the true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption, which is immortality. And that's why the new covenant, the laws are going to be within us. We're going to be incorruptible, man. Okay, the law was made for immortality. That's why the law is going to be set up as the eternal standard in the earth. We're tapping into immortality as we come into this wisdom, as we come into this right way of being. Okay? Let's see. There's another one that said it even more plainly than that. If I can find it. I think the brother Bayon used to post it all the time. Yep, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 17. It says, now when I consider these things in myself and pondered them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality. How to be allied to wisdom is immortality, man. Okay? And we see the departing from the true wisdom is what? Chaos, violence, dysfunction, anxiety, stress, okay? Captivity. You see? Let's go from there. So let's get this in the book of Baruch. Show you that the law is set up for immortality, man. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, yeah, it's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1 said, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. And they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Okay? And we understand we can't keep the law perfectly, but now we have a thirst for it, man. And we do have a portion of it that we can keep. We do have a standard, that we can keep, and we see the benefits of just having a portion, of the law in effect within our day to day. Okay, we see the upgrade that it brings, man. The peace that it brings. You see. And it said, verse 2, turn you, O Jacob, and take heed, take hold of it, and walk in the presence of the light thereof, their path, that thou mayest be illuminated. Okay? And when something is illuminated, it's lit up. Okay? So the way to exist in righteousness has been lit up. Okay, in the earth, man. All right? Let's go from there. Get this Psalms 34 and 8. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 8. It says, oh, taste and see the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good, that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is good. Okay? Blessed is the man that trusted in him. And see, we're tasting the Lord when we partake in righteousness, man. Because what the scripture say, eat of this roll. So as we digest these things, this word, and begin to execute this word, we're tasting this word and seeing, oh, this is good. This is the way. Men, we should, now we're starting to appreciate, now we can appreciate a woman being in order, which they're not going to be perfectly in order on this side, but just the concept of being in order. Like as men, we appreciate it now, and women should appreciate the comfort of having, a man as a guy, okay, as a leader. You see, these things should start tasting good to us, man. The way we eat, the way we, the way we live, the way we, the way we move. This word should be tasting good to us, man. The peace that's within this word, man, within obedience, man. There's a peace that comes with obedience, okay, and discipline, man. You see? So let's get this. And I end it here. This is the book of Matthew. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 5. It says, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Okay, which is the humble. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. You see? And this captivity has created a hunger and a thirst for righteousness, man. This society, you know. So now we're beginning to understand righteousness, man. And it's a constant learning as we get experiences in the truth, as we, discover particular things, particular wickedness of Esau, Edom. Okay. we're beginning to appreciate righteousness, man. So that was a point, Lord will you brothers and you few sisters edified. Till next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala Baba Baba DTA soon. Shalom.